In one of my previous videos where everything was about how to figure which PS4 controller is genuine or fake, I said I will return and talk about the real difference between such controllers. At the time, I decided to split the whole thing into separate videos, and while in that video everything was just about how to figure it out, which one is genuine and which one is fake, in this video I'm about to talk about fake controllers' behavior and what's the whole experience about using one of them. If you didn't see that video and you don't know how to spot a fake, I recommend it. Now, supposing we assume to grab a fake, but we don't know what to expect from it. This is my experience. I have multiple fake controllers, and to better identify them, one of them is supposed to be for Japan, one of them for Europe, and another one for North America. Are those fake controllers any good? Can we rely on them? Are games playable using such controllers? Firstly, those fake controllers should not be confused with aftermarket controllers. They are completely something else. This one here has the same shape as DualShock 4, but it's not fake, simply because it doesn't have the PlayStation logo on home button and doesn't have the Sony logo above the light. This controller doesn't pretend to be anything else than it is, so it's not fake. It's not as good as a genuine controller, but doesn't even pretend to be a DualShock 4. There is no lie about this controller and there is nothing fake here. Now, sticking on real fake controllers. I use them exclusively on PlayStation 4 because this is what they're made for, and I chose only games I finished before, so I know how the controller should feel like. If I would play new games, I wouldn't know if there's a problem with controller's behavior or with the gameplay itself. Getting them ready, I notice while charging they're blinking differently. And they have different color intensity. And the LED inside have a different frequency. Now, let's use them one by one. Well, this one feels pretty good. Button sounds are extremely similar. Both analog sticks works great. I would say this is a very good controller, and without looking at it, would be extremely hard to notice that's a fake one. If all fake controllers would be like this one, I would say we can rely on them. Unfortunately, since there is no standard quality guaranteed, and we can know the real manufacturers, I can't even know if another fake coming in the same packaging will behave the same. I may get an identical fake controller and may behave differently. Regarding this particular controller, without looking at it, what would give me signs of being a fake is when I connect the headset. The sound is extremely low in volume. And another minor flaw is the touchpad, which is extremely sensitive. I don't really need to press it, but a simple touch would be enough. The second controller is also a pretty good one, but this is more obvious it's a fake because both analog sticks are horrible. They have a very large dead zone, and trying to aim using this analog stick is an absolute joke. It simply works like an on and off switch, where it simply goes at the max or is completely off. Vibration feedback is also lower than on genuine DualShock 4 controllers. The light bar is more dimmed compared with the previous fake and with the original. Here, when I plug the jack headphones, the volume is ridiculously high. Much higher than on a genuine controller.
I'm gonna go,
And the last one, which in terms of appearance was the most obvious cheapest fake controller. Well, tons of problems occurred. Firstly, it took about a minute, maybe even more, to simply sync with the console. The analog sticks are flawless, identical with those from a genuine controller, and that's surprisingly good. But D-pad doesn't work properly. When I press up, either doesn't work or it presses right. If I'm in Red Dead Redemption and I wanna call my horse, that's impossible, because it will open the satchel. After some more attempts, it ended this way, completely unplayable. At the point it stopped, then I realized L1 doesn't always work. What I also noticed is that when I turn it on, the speaker makes a breaking glass sound. Here I'm trying to use a microphone to record that sound. That captured my attention even more, and I put it close to my ear. I realized that speaker makes a permanent noise, then I realized all fake controllers makes that noise. I obviously made myself sure the speaker volume is low, even turned off. But the controller still makes that noise. Then I tried many genuine controllers and none of them behave like that. While playing, that noise cannot be heard, but it's there. Another strange behavior seen on all 3 fake controllers I've tested is when I plug the headphones. Here we have a jack with 3 channels, left speaker, right speaker and microphone. And here we have a simple stereo jack with only left and right speakers. On all 3 fake controllers, it doesn't matter what kind of jack I plug in, it will automatically pop up a message where it tells me the voice chat was moved to the headset, which is false if they're just headphones without a microphone. If I'm doing that on a genuine controller, it matters what kind of jack is. If the jack has 3 channels, it will show the pop-up. If the jack has only 2 channels, it will simply move the sound from loudspeakers to headphones without any pop-up. So the point is, the fake controller doesn't detect if my headset have a microphone included or not. In terms of battery, I didn't use them long enough for knowing how it will be during the time, but I really doubt it compares with a genuine one. So, coming to a conclusion, a fake controller is not necessarily bad by default, but Sony has some standards they apply on each single controller, so when I get a genuine one, I know what I'm about to get, and that one delivers everything it's supposed to. When you get a controller made by Sony for a Sony console, it's not like a mystery box. But it's a standard quality in each controller and they're all the same. I didn't experience any difference between analog sticks, volume, button sounds, syncing time, and so on. Now, regarding fake controllers, since we can't know who manufactured the controller, we never know what we're about to get. It may be a great controller, but in the meantime it may be a very bad one. Since they're not made by the same company and are not made using the same parts, I'm pretty sure there may be out there even better fakes than I experienced, but also maybe worse fakes than I experienced. So it's mostly about luck. Rating the fakes I've tested, one of them is extremely decent and I can definitely enjoy a game using such controllers. One of them has a very large dead zone and this one may be useful only in games where this function is not really needed. Let's say FIFA or Mortal Kombat. Otherwise a pretty poor controller. And the last one is garbage, even though it has the best analog sticks from all the fakes, considering some buttons doesn't work at all. It's a completely useless controller. Ironically, the worst controller was not the cheapest, but that's a different matter. Did I enjoy playing with such fake controllers? Mostly no. Would I buy such controllers? Definitely no, it's not worth. Do I recommend them? Well, no, not at all. And considering there's no quality guaranteed, I actually recommend to always avoid such fake controllers. A genuine one will simply do what's supposed to do. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.